Alright, what's up everybody? It's the last Pikeman here, and I have a great, dare I say epic tale today for you. It's a really cool replay. I very much enjoyed this battle here. I am Cochleus out here. We got Spartans defending the wall, the Unbreakable Spartan hoplites. And then we have my ally over here as Egypt, and I forget, I think Seleucids are in here defending as well on that side. So anyways, this is kind of, I'll start playing it. This is kind of how we have it set up, and it's just a 2v2, good old-fashioned 2v2 right here. You know, on this angle of attack, I was very pleased to see they didn't have any wall artillery, so I can just, you know, break down these walls as much as I want. You can also see my towers here are firing at them. We do actually kill a couple troops. Not bad. But anyways, let me give you my plan of attack here. I am going to break the walls here with my siege equipment, and then possibly here if I have enough ammo, or right here. And then I'm going to roll up my siege towers here just to threaten. You know, I don't want archers on the wall. I'm going to threaten them with those. Siege towers here, I may see an opportunity. And then if we can pull them to these gaps over here, I am going to roll in a battering ramp, right, to get down the front gates. So we can come from kind of all angles here. You know, you don't want to get congested to one point of attack, because that's when you really start losing. And archers will do well. My ambition here is, you know, we break this hole in the wall. I can shoot from the side, and we can break those troops. Because obviously Spartan hoplites are very hard to break, right? That's the issue going up against them. I gotta stop. I watched my other videos and I realized I gotta stop moving around so much. So I'm gonna try and sit still if I can handle that. But anyways, yeah, this is, you know, they're moving them away because I'm shooting at them with my ballistas on my siege towers. And yeah, it's gonna be a very slow start. So I may fast forward. We'll come over here. You know, Egypt is, yep, already firing away at, oh, the towers. Maybe tower slash wall. You know, maybe that's the game plan there. But yes, we'll see. I actually didn't pay too much attention to how Egypt was doing and what they did during this, because, you know, I don't know. We're so far apart. It's like, why look over there? I got so much to manage anyway. So, oh, heck. You can already see, yeah, so I'm doing pretty good, actually. I let these shoot on their own. I was having a little trouble with my accuracy here. I don't know why. I do the other breach myself, though. But this ended up being okay. Yeah, awesome. And then, obviously, if you didn't know, if you go for these corners here, like maybe even this corner, too, and this corner, you get larger sections of the wall. So that's kind of what we're aiming for here. And originally I had thought it would be cool if Egypt came with me to attack this area over here. You know, join forces. I have a lot of bad games when we don't, you know, join forces, and I don't know. Anyways, I'm kind of happy because, you know, looking back at it, Sparta is just impossible to break through, right? They're very difficult. It's a grind fest. So, you know, Egypt against Seleucids, that's a fair 1v1. This is a bit more taxing and you know, difficult here. Not to say that the other assault isn't, right? The other assault is definitely difficult. I don't know how laggy this is going to be with me scrolling around, but okay. So it looks like the siege has begun. Egypt is also tearing down this wall over here. Okay, yeah, so they were not aiming for the tower. Confirmed. They got some Thero spears sitting here. I guarantee there's other troops sitting around this entry point as well. But yeah, let's see. What do they have? So we got 2 pike units, some axemen, Galatian swords, thorax. The thorax swordsmen are good. Yeah, keeping them in the back. And then their Nubian bowmen are also pretty solid. So not bad units. Got a Ptolemaic cavalry, and then another thorax sword. So looks like they may be out of ammo. I'm not sure. Didn't quite get the second wall. That's okay. Yeah. So anyways, I'm coming up here. I'm opening my second breach point. My objective here is I really like how Egypt's playing. They're kind of slow and methodical because I absolutely want to be slow and methodical. I want to plan out and attack any weakness I can find against the Spartans. If you rush in, you'll get stuck in a stalemate and die. So I want to see what I can open up here if I can fight on the walls where their archers are. So slow and steady wins the race, right? Got my towers positioned up here. I thought they were going to shoot forever with their little scorpions up here, but they do apparently run out of ammunition. I wonder... they don't show kills, but see, we killed a couple of those guys. Actually, more than a couple, like 14 of these guys with just scorpions. So not bad. I mean, they're not an advanced unit or anything, but you can already see right here, we have some pikemen waiting, just waiting for us to open up this gap. Scary, scary sight. Egypt just now getting to the walls here. We can fast forward a little bit until we actually start sieging. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, those Theo spears trying to get some hits on the pikemen. They only got one, surprisingly enough. I mean, they were running with their backs to them. That's crazy. You would think that they actually would have annihilated them there. Huh. That was definitely a good attempt by Slukids to rack up some kills. Their spears, thorax swordsman. Yeah. Yeah. Not bad here. And then a little fight on the wall is going to happen, I guess. I get nervous fighting on the walls because they can easily kill you with archers, right? You can see, yeah, they got an archer unit right here. So they can definitely just skirmish you down and just murder you. Even when you're coming in the breach like this, these archers are going to get good shots at you standing up on this high ground. Uh-oh. Get him. Let's go to cinematic mode here. Oh, it's just a jumble of people. It's just a mess. But I actually think Seleucids messed up already. I would not have left that much space. I think, okay, so they were originally going to plug this gap and had to pull a unit up here on the wall. So this is actually working okay because Egypt's spreading them out so much. That's opening up a gap for another unit to come in and go wherever, right? Even a cavalry unit, possibly. So that could be very big. What is going on over here? I'm literally doing nothing. I have my guys just positioned. Oh, hey, we're actually going to go open up this gatehouse. So this front gate. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Ah, here we go. Here comes the first move. It looks like I'm going to run in some Cochlean Nobles. I think at this point, to be fair to myself, I had no idea that these were pikes. I just assumed that this was a hoplite unit. Usually people save pikes. Yeah, I had no idea. I probably should have skirmished them down with my archers here. So you can see Sparta is moving in their archers to counter my archers as well at this point. And so as I'm staging, he is just plotting against me. And got to keep up with Egypt because I don't actually know what goes on this side. Okay, yeah. So boom, yep, they're getting skirmished on these walls. That's a tough fight. No way. Okay, they have 73. They're trying to break them right now. Not looking good for at least this wall push. This right here, this looks great. Yeah, okay, look, boom. They left a gap. They're coming around. I would go for... Okay, yeah, they probably wouldn't have got the archers. Difficult to say what to do here. You're going to have to engage this other thorax sword unit. That did help the Galatian swordsmen not break, though, because those archers were pelting them. It's probably not going to save all their units, but that was a good maneuver right there. And it's good. Look, check this out. They're just keeping the siege tower here. Not moving them up, not committing them, right? They're not dying. These guys are wasting their ammo just throwing it at the front. You can see it sticking out the front. You see that right there? So actually, that's a great move right there. They've lost 2 guys. They're using up their ammunition, and they're using just this threat to keep them on the wall. So that's solid. Breaking a Thero spear unit. Not bad. Ooh, good jabby throw on them. These trees are in the way. Oh, but a rebuttal from Egypt with some arrows and some Pila. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Okay. Yeah, looking good for Egypt. Looking very, very good for Egypt. Come back, switched over here. So I've lost a couple archers. 116 out of 120. I'm trying to skirmish them back. I even put my guys up on this wall because I'm thinking, look, I might be able to win a 1v1 against these hoplites. I can neutralize this tower maybe. And then if they do hit my axemen, then I can totally wipe out their archers. I will say, though, my archers aren't anything special. I mean, they have the same damage, you know, as these archers. Oh, they do not. They do not. They have 5 less damage. They're definitely not great archers. I will say, so this faction, these axemen are pretty solid, right? They're not bad at all. They're pretty tanky. They do good damage, and they cost like 700 a piece. So they're very usable. They're very cheap, right? So you can build an army, a massive army that does very well, but definitely lacking in the archer unit area of this. So you can see I did run in my Cochlear nobles. They got eaten up a little bit here. Boom. Okay, yeah. Heck yeah, we're raining down on them. I don't know what's up with my archers, but these guys would not die. I mean, they're at 94. It's not bad. So that unit has 31 kills, and that unit has 5 versus my archers with... It's kind of distributed amongst... Well, okay. So they're definitely doing a little bit better. Still, though, they should be dying. I think maybe it's just because I keep moving them. I don't know. Whenever I move them and my back gets turned, they just get mutilated, you know? Anyways, we did break open the gate over there, and we're just I'm poking and I'm prodding, right, just to see what we can get. If we can win this skirmish battle, if we can, there's hope for this, right? That's what's going on here. And I'm moving in and cycling my axemen because they can definitely do some damage. Yeah, you see they're losing decisively. So as soon as they move in these hoplites, I'm out. Yep. So this is the battle going on over here. That is my war to wage. Looks like Egypt is not doing too bad. They're skirmishing very well from the side here with their archers. Another Theros spear, thorax swordsman. Okay, so they're pretty evenly matched here, but I think some reinforcements from Egypt will be, yep, coming in here soon. Oh, I thought they had to capture the gate. Yeah, so, oh, they moved them down from this tower. Oh, Seleucids, okay, yeah, Seleucids just noticed. They're going to move their boys back down, but they're already getting flanked. They're already getting flanked, so I think Egypt's actually doing a good job right here. And yeah, just this side of the wall is obviously losing a little bit, but they have a bit too many guys up here. You could probably flood in and overwhelm them. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. Biting in the palm trees. Epic. Yep. Moving them in, getting them out of that archer fire. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, uh-oh. Is that Seleucids? It is. Yep, they're going to flank them. All right. Not going horribly over there. However, on my side of things, it is going a bit bad. I think this is even combat, but obviously you can see 125 versus 81. They're getting eaten up. They're getting destroyed. And that's partially just because of the tower fire, you know. And me, I'm still cycling in. These guys are pretty depleted. However, they're moving in a Heroes of Sparta unit. So not great here. Not great. Oh, this is a cool shot. Look, the siege towers in the back. Just like that. My archers are running around. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's cool. Look, they're coming over the top. I don't know why they funnel like that for a second, but then they figured it out. They got it. Yeah, come on. All right, now go. You're ruining the shot, man. You're ruining the shot. Yeah, okay, there we go. So not bad here. Well, sort of. Sorry, I lied to you. It probably is bad. Okay, so they're actually starting to shoot arrows up at my guys here. At that angle, I don't think they get a lot of kills, but I lied. Okay, maybe these guys here at the very front don't, but I would have beaten that unit without the archer fire, and if I could have won my skirmish battle, You can see from my numbers, I did not win the skirmish battle. These guys got 30 kills, 15, 75 on this one, which is the most depleted unit, so that adds up, right? 46. They still got decent ammo. They were getting their butts kicked out there. And I'm just trying to figure out a way in here. I can't break through these hoplites. I know as soon as I move them in, boom, another pike unit. Can't get in the front. That's hopeless. We're going to be getting shot from towers. And it's just not looking good here, guys. As soon as they move in the pikes, which they have, you know, I let them ride for a second, see what happens. But overall, it's not worth it. If I did break through these Spartan hoplites, they better run. Because I'm coming for their archers. That's the only thing holding me back right now. I'm moving my archers in for another volley of arrows. We'll see how that goes. Check over here for a second. Uh-oh. Yeah, you can see they're Persian light archers, which is interesting that they brought those. They're starting to skirmish these axemen from the sides. We're throwing some Pila, some hate at them. Yeah. In the flank, too. Good. Go back over here. Oh, I ran him in. I saw him coming to target me. Ran him back out. You guys can just see it is not going well, you know. And obviously I only threw one unit up here. Maybe I could throw a second, sure, and break through him. Or maybe these archers really just wail on him and murder him. I'm absolutely, yeah, look, they're breaking an axeman unit here. I'm out. I'm not going to get through that gap, and I'm not going to get through that gap. I mean, hey, they're Spartans, you know? They're Spartans. This is what they're made for. You know, they're not great on attack. They are amazing at defense, though, at defending. Even though, you know, they don't have Pila and stuff. Like, what are these kills at? 101 on these pikemen already? Jeez, man. I mean, I guess it makes sense, but... What about their archers? 50, 50, 37, 25? Yeah, not bad. Over here on the Egypt side, guys, it is just a war that they're waging, and they have some pikemen here. They have 2 units of pikemen, saving them in reserve very well, and they're Ptolemaic cavalry. So looking at the Seleucids and just what they have here, it feels pretty even. Don't know what's hiding in the background. Obviously, they're still getting skirmished down here from their archers. Oh, I thought this would be cooler. They're so far away. They look so close, but they're so far away. Oh, wow. That was a big jabbing. Oh, my gosh. It's like in their... Oh, maybe it's in the dead bodies. Wow. Wow. They've been hit by a lot. Fighting under the palm trees. Oh, great skirmishing here. Yep. That's going to eat them up right there. That's good. And they need that. Yeah. Oh, using an archer unit to kind of slow this unit down, though. While they bring in the cav. Yeah. So at this point, guys, this is starting to get very interesting. I say, you know what? No. I'm not winning this. I'm definitely not winning this. I take the rest of my units and we're moving them. I in my head, I'm like, that's insane. That's insane. Who knows if they're even going to be alive by the time I get there. But also in my head, I said, you know what? If I stay here, I know for sure I'm going to lose. You know? I'd be like, what would Rome do? What would Rome do? You know what they would do? They would build a bridge across a river just to attack an enemy. You know? They would set up a fort overnight to win a defensive battle. They would you know, they would use any means necessary, and they would go for the only option that makes sense. And this truly is the only option that makes sense. You know, you can't beat Spartans. There's not enough gaps to overwhelm them with numbers. And I see over here, boom, we got the cavalry in here. They're racking up some kills. They're breaking some archers. Boom. We're hitting in the back of thorax swordsmen. I see Egypt winning over here is what I see. Okay? And I think I can move over there. Even if they lose by that point in time, I have these gaps. They have a foothold in here. I can get in and I can at least try to win, right? Versus over there, I'm just dying in these holes and my men are never going to see their wives again. You know, at least give the boys a chance. Give them a chance. Got some shield bearers in here. They got some pikemen. Jeez, this is a bloody scene right here. Isn't it? They're just running through them. Yep, the pikes. This is a cool one right here. There's no one coming that we can see, but they're out there. Hey, they're out there. Yeah, you can see this cavalry, by the way, 136 kills already, keeps running down units, guys. Look at this. This is amazing. I also see this. I see this. I'm like, okay, archers, you gotta go. You gotta run. You gotta get there. And Egypt's putting in the last of their troops. I'm super, super stoked about this. Obviously, these guys are gonna be incredibly tired by the time they get there. Already winded, winded, right? I'm moving them. I'm moving them as fast as I can. We're just gonna get there. We're not worrying about how tired they're gonna be. We're gonna get there. And if I have to rest them, maybe I can work them in, right? Over here, though, I don't want Sparta to leave. I don't want them to leave, right? Because they're gonna be incredibly hard to break through. So, under the threat of another push, I leave these here. So, Cochlear Nobles, solid unit. Axemen, pretty good. Ballista unit, not going to do anything. And then Eastern Spearmen, which is a very, very basic throwaway unit. Almost. And then I have my cavalry. I think that this is enough of a threat to make them leave some troops here. If they open these gaps, cavalry's in immediately, right? So they have to at least hold the gaps. If they bring the troops down from the walls, boom, siege tower on the wall. I capture the tower, then we can actually try and make something work here. So I'm always moving back and forth, constantly waiting, looking for an opportunity. Ptolemaic cavalry, the general, gets a little deep, runs into the Heroes of Sparta general unit, which is already on the move here. They'll be all right. They're running through. Hey, they're running through. So they'll be good. But racked up, how many kills do we have on this? 262. Amazing play by Egypt. Just racking up the cavalry kills here, guys. And obviously this is a little threatening right here. But, in terms of sheer manpower, sheer units, I mean, we could flank them. They probably have, okay, so they do have a unit. Okay, all right. Hey, you got me. You got me. But also in terms of just sheer manpower, I have archers with ammo. And I'm going to run these guys into the ground. It's on sight. I come in here and I'm going to mess you up. You know how much I've been suffering on the other front? You know how much my archers have just not been able to get kills? We're looking for some bodies. We're looking to kill these Seleucid, treasonous. I don't know. I'm making stuff up. We're definitely trying to kill them for sure, 100%. And we have the oh wow, okay, so 2 units of swords trying to, I didn't even watch this, trying to go and find this general unit. That's insane that they moved so much of their army for this. I mean, it is a big threat to the archers, but you probably could have just made a wall here. I don't know if Egypt sees this. Probably thought they'd be safe for a little bit in the city. I believe they do lose a general here. So as you can see, Sparta is leaving with some of their units, but they're also leaving behind units. 4 units for, basically my 4. And only 2 of them are really solid. The cavalry is pretty good, though. Cavalry is pretty nice. We're just waiting and looking for an opportunity. I don't know if we could break through Heroes of Sparta or not. If we funnel into one gap, that's dangerous as well because they can funnel out of the other, and they can reinforce them. But here we go. I see an opportunity. At least I see an opportunity to make them think I see an opportunity, right? They break one of my archer units, but we basically fold in their other 2. They're pretty depleted. Guarantee they're mostly out of ammunition at this point anyways. Yeah. So no worries here. And that was my 1 archer unit that was pretty depleted anyways. You can see my troops are, I guess, resting. I kind of forgot about them for a second, but they're coming. Don't worry. They're on their way. They're on their way. Just trying to get some kills on some pikemen. Definitely got to use your ammo on these pikemen. They will destroy us. It looks like they're kind of forming a new line here, but more or less because Sparta has pushed in here and they have all this area. But I am trying to do my best. I see this archer unit here, find our way at my guys. I'm trying to fire in here and take out some units as well, right? Yep. Yep, not bad. They look exhausted. Do they have their daggers out? Oh, man. I didn't even notice. Shame on me. Shame on me for wasting some ammo. But I should have definitely been shooting these guys instead. It's okay, though. It's okay, though. Egypt has some ammunition as well. Anyways, I probably moved my guys in slightly, you know, a little late. But we're coming in here. I have a hoplite unit. I have some axemen. They did need a rest. I mean, they were exhausted. This guy's still exhausted here. I'm going to try and space them out and give them as much time to relax. Relax and unwind in the battlefield before we get going. So, yeah, we're just taking out the rest of the archers here. And then we have free reign on everything. So, bringing in that Ptolemaic cavalry, insane. Awesome, awesome, awesome move. Because that opened up the ability for my archers to finally win. Oh, check this out. So I'm going to hold this unit here with my Cochlean nobles. Yeah, run them in. They should be able to last a while. The threat of the pikemen, you know, is still at large. But I'm going to push my axemen onto the walls and take this. If they move the pikemen here, the pikemen will take out their swords and they'll lose. I mean, they'll lose against my axemen. So they can't. If they move units from here, I'll run my horses in. So this is actually, I thought this out. Hey, I did some thinking. And I think that this is checkmate. I think that this is checkmate right here, guys. I really enjoyed, I enjoyed myself making this play. That sounds narcissistic, but it was a good play. It was a good play. So we'll check in on that in a second. Back over here, of course, archers have won their arduous battle. And now we're kind of positioning. You know, I have some stuff to throw at them to send their way here, so why not, right? Soften them up a little bit. They're just so tanky. But, yeah. Give them hell, boys. Give them hell. So, we're going to try and soften them up. Is this a good? Oh, yeah. Heck yeah. This is an awesome standoff right here. Cool. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, so I post one unit up here. Watch the flank. We got 2 pike units here. I know that's you know, set up to do whatever. Just have to watch the flank here. But we do have a thorax sword unit, so we're looking pretty good. It looks like we have our kind of bases. I don't know, covered. Like I said, hey, man of my word here. Cartley Axeman up on the walls, taking the tower. These Spartan hoplites are not going to like it so much anymore. I also have some ammunition. Hey, I got some ammunition for you guys here. Come here. Come here, man. Let me throw some stuff at you. None of them are dying. I don't know why. They should die. Anyways, pikemen get a little caught out. Awesome. Good for me, sort of. I'm gonna give. Oh! I try to get my general in. Check this out. I finally slip him in here. I told you, if they move that unit, I'm in. I'm in there like swimwear, right? However, unfortunately for me, I micromanaged somewhere else for a second. Maybe I could have shot this gap, but I do notice it in time. He has his Heroes of Sparta general unit here. No way. I thought for sure he would have been on the front line. So anyways, I do forget about this for a second. They're collapsing in on me. Not great for me, but we are, you know, I think I'm able to win this, right? If I put these guys up here, they walk up the stairs at me. My axes are coming down on their head. Yeah, heck yeah. So they're moving some units. They see it's my general, right? They're like, well, let's kill him. I can, you know, the gap's open. I could try to get back out that way. Let's see what we can do. That's what I'm thinking. Over here, still going well. Pike unit, holding off on the flanks here. Still got my archers archering, I guess. I don't really know. Yeah, they're shooting at the flanks here. It's not really the flank. I probably would not have used. Oh, okay. We're shooting at pikemen. That's worth it. 100%. I keep moving these guys back every now and then. Sorry, I gotta recap over here. So I got most of my cavalry unit out. You can see they're all over there, except for my general. My general was in there. He was the one glitched in that fight. So, yeah, anyways, not great there. My general did die. Oh, wait, no, no, no. Oh, wait, my general made it to here. And then gets stuck on a separate unit right here. And I'm still trying to run them out. And then they're like glitching and running back in to Pike unit. Bad for me. Bad for me. How had I been able to run them in here, it would have been massively, massively catastrophic for the Sleukids and the Spartans over here. Let me tell you, or even on the other front. But I'll tell you what, I would have massacred them. Looks like they're trying to get in here. This isn't great for their Pike unit right here. It's Pike unit versus Pike unit with also some skirmishing on the side. That's awesome. Wonder. Oh my gosh. Yeah, absolutely obliterated right there. Yeah, breaking. Got 70 left. That's a great job by Egypt skirmishing that Pike unit down. I'm trying to roll in my depleted unit to try and help out, flank these guys at the very least, so their Pike unit can get on them, right? I have a depleted unit here, of course. I'm moving my archers back in. I can shoot at the flanks. Maybe some of them don't have ammo. Right now, it's looking good, guys. We're clearing this up. This is awesome. This plan of mine really paid off. And thank you to Egypt, you know, for doing a great job at assaulting and holding out and, you know, pushing in slowly and methodically, right? Because had they not done that, we would have lost this brutally. Very brutally. In hindsight, you know, 2020, I would have definitely moved some troops over here preemptively, but whatever. I don't know if these guys are not quite in a formation here. This might not be good, but we'll see. Hey, we'll see. Oh, they might just push through for this archer unit, and even my archer unit possibly. Yeah, so that's not great for us. Anyways, over here. Oh yeah, okay. So the pikemen come out. I beat them out. I reposition. I throw in my Eastern Spearmen to eat up, you know, to occupy them while I hit them in the flank with my like 10 horse unit cavalry. They still should do some damage. I don't know. They're 123 out of 160. It's probably. I wonder how many kills they have. Yeah, so 17. So that's probably all from that, actually. Anyways, I'm just buying time. I'm being a menace. I'm being a menace with my hoplite unit that can soak that damage up because we can win, guys. We can win over here. I'm confident in these guys. I know they can do it. My axe unit, they're fighting to the last man. They're fighting to the last braves. Oh, man, look at those guys. Those are my guys up there. Those are my guys. Anyways, just being a menace over here, as per usual, making them keep their units over there. We're doing okay on this front. You know, it's my axemen against the hoplites. I want to neutralize this tower. I think it's going to be short-lived because the hoplite reinforcements are coming in here. But we gotta give it a try. Can't say that you. I don't know what I was gonna say there. Anyways, it is a brutal, bloody, just chaotic mess here of just units everywhere, guys. I mean, I'm trying to run them around. I'm trying to do the best I can. You know, I'm got an axe unit in here to catch one of the thorax swords units. There's another one running around here, ripping around with 80 people. This pike unit's taking care of them, right? So they're trying to get around everywhere. We have a pretty good hold here, but it could go either way, right? And we got to use these pike units really well, as Egypt is using, right? Awesome. I mean, even right here. Oh, and their pikemen don't even have their pikes out. Oh, that is brutal. That is brutal. Yep, not good for them. Not good for them at all. Yeah, they're gone. So at this point, it could go either way. I don't even know what units are hidden. If there's units hidden in here, you know, where are the units that killed his general? Or are they the two sword units here? I'm throwing my archers in at this point. I think they're all out of ammo. We're just having a fight to the death right now. But Egypt has these two pike units, which usually you don't get a lot of use out of, and they're just slaughtering them. 93 kills. Okay, 93 kills. I don't know if that's a slaughter. 171 kills. Very nice. Slukid's units, the shield bearers, the general unit, make an appearance again. They were up in that tower, cowering like cowards. Anyways, so it looks like they pulled off another unit to go over there to fight my axe unit, right? They left this empty. What did I say? If they leave this empty, I push in. Boom. Pike units trying to follow me? No, I'm going. I'm ripping. I'm in here. I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna come flank them, right? Bringing my siege equipment unit in here. I guess I forgot about them. They might die. They might die right here for nothing. Dang, guys, move! That guy's got an arrow in his shoulder. Oh my god! Oh, oh man, that's actually brutal. I don't know. I feel bad for them actually. Okay. Yes. Anyways, they're moving their pike unit. They are fighting my axe unit over here. My axe unit's, by the way, doing amazing. 99 kills already. They are just working them. They are working them down. Doing great things. Hey, you make me proud out there. Make me proud. At this point, also, I'm trying to capture just the capture points. So there's one here, obviously. One here, and then there's one all the way over here. I'm trying to capture these. I thought, maybe I'm wrong. If you capture all three of them, then you win. Maybe there's a certain time span after you capture them. I don't know. I forget. Anyways, on this front here, we're holding. You know, my axe units, they're exhausted, they're tired, they're getting worked down, but we're holding against them, and we got this pike unit. You know, I'm just thinking, as long as I hold out for these guys here with 223 kills, by the way, we can do this 100%. And I caught their general out here, trying to reinforce them. Got the Cochlean nobles, the Cartley axemen. We are just tying them up. Any reinforcements they bring in, they somehow, you know, we find bodies for them. We're fighting, we're working them. We're doing the best that we can here. These unbreakable hoplite units, you know, they're fighting to the death, to the last man. We're trying as hard as we can to break them. I got my archers in here with daggers. Oh man, hold on, wait. It's probably a better angle from this side here. Yeah, these guys actually have weapons. More of a fair fight. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Just brutal. I mean, imagine fighting in that. And also, like, I mean, I don't know how many people know how to fight. Oh, they're breaking. I don't know how many people know how to fight with, like, axes and swords and stuff, but, you know, axe definitely doesn't have as much of a reach. Oh, I ran my siege equipment unit. Siege equipment unit in. Yeah, just sounded odd. Sounded very odd. Is this my general? No, Cartley axemen. So, we're running them. This is a great play by Egypt as well. They have their pikemen here. I am running their reinforcements who are retreating, are trying to retreat manually, you know, into the square. We're pushing them into the pikemen. The pikemen are just destroying them, right? And we're just trying to clean up shop here. And those are two general units, by the way. We're absolutely trying to kill these Heroes of Sparta and shield bearers. We're also very much winning right there. I see that unit though, Spartan pikemen. That could be an issue. Over here, you know, we managed to work them down. What is this? Spartan hoplites. They're exhausted. They're tired. Pikeman unit should be enough to take care of them. I'm finally capturing this tower that destroyed so many of my guys. I think I leave it though, just because I'm like, you know what? Nah, we can clean them up. We don't need that. Yep, taking out two of the general units. Egypt, the micromanaging god that they are. They see this other pike unit coming in. He's like, he trusts me. He's like, I know you got my back. I come in here, I clean them up. You know, I take on the shield bearers. They move in for the other pike unit to engage them. Perfect. The synchronicity of our attack, our plan here, or lack thereof, but our just flow, our vibe. Awesome. And obviously you can see this unit, Spartan hoplites, are trying to chase down my axemen, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not fighting you, man. I'm grouping up with our guys. Bringing in, by the way, a practically full health unit of Cochlean nobles to run them into the back of these pikemen, who are also in combat even. They're losing. Hey, let's just admit it. They might not be. I think actually they're killing them. But regardless, we have enough troops to deal with that. Look at my axemen over here. Look at them. Look at them. They're breaking this unit. They're doing it. They have 171 kills, and they're doing it. They're gonna break. Look, this guy only has 18. This guy's 47. They're shattering him. They're shattering him. Yep, we run him into the back. Coakley and Nobles, we can eat that. Guess what? Boom. Your other side's not safe. Hey, guess what? Oh, no. No, did he just do that to my guy? Or did I do that to his guy? Someone just got thrown over a shield. That was not okay. I really hope that was not my guy. Anyways, they break. They break. We're looking at this last unit. Spartan hoplites here. Look at us. Just forming up. They know it's suicide, but just like the Spartans, you know, they gotta run in there and die. Or yeah, something like that. I was referencing the 300. Who knows? Who knows what was going on? Pikes are also very finicky units in Rome. You know, at certain passageways and stuff, they'll just get totally out of whack, and it's not even your fault. So, that's it, guys. That is it. That was a really, really cool battle. Marching the troops all the way around the city to come in where my ally had won, and you know, or had a foothold. We break it down. We fight everywhere. We're just skirmishing. We win. I'm keeping them on their toes on this side. I'm making them put units here so they don't get flanked. Right. Awesome. Awesome. Really fun battle. Really fun battle. Shout out to Egypt, my ally in this battle. Really cool guy. I actually added him on Steam after this. There was a great fight, and he actually let me know that he hadn't played Rome for like 2 years. This is like the first time he was on in 2 years. So he's like, that was a great game. That was so much fun. So awesome game. Thanks everyone for playing, and thank you for, you know, Sparta and Seleucids for playing and stick it in through the whole game. A lot of people, you know, if they know or if they have a hint of losing, they DC. It just doesn't feel like a good fight or good win. Truly, you know, if we had slipped up somewhere, they could have taken that from us. You know, I think even if Sparta just had pulled all their units back from that other wall, maybe they could have, you know, won and held us at some choke points. You know, the battle could have gone any other way, but you know, just lucky for us, right? Lucky for us. So anyways, let's break down the stats here. So we're looking at Egypt and Seleucids, and Egypt, look, 270 kills from their general Ptolemaic cavalry. That's awesome for them. Their archers did amazing. Look at that too. 198, 218, 230, 45. Only that one didn't get quite as many kills, but still great kills overall. Galatian swordsmen, you know, some of these guys died. They were pushing the walls, getting hit with archer fire. Still good kills. And then the pikemen really did them in. 305, 185, 180 on this axe or thorax swordman unit. Actually, the thorax swordsman did well as well. So Egypt did very good on the attack. Now looking at the Seleucid army, you know, 117 on the general, pretty good actually. I don't even remember where he was fighting at. Their light archers also had a fair amount of kills. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe I suck with like weak archers. I don't know, but their pike units, we did happen to have a lot of ammunition, and they were just getting skirmished down. So had I not brought over my extra units with ammunition, they probably could have been utilized, you know, a bit more in that battle. So really nothing on Seleucids there, but they just, we had a lot of ammo, and I brought over extra units of archers. Their thorax sword units did very well, and then their thorax spears didn't do amazing. I think they were kind of using them to plug in gaps and stuff, so who knows how much they tanked, but not bad. Me versus Sparta in here. my general, I had 21 kills. I will say this. For my losses to my kills, not bad. It's you know, it's pretty close, and as well as for Egypt's losses to kills, not bad. Like, it's pretty even as well, right? So I did okay. These two guys did horrible. My archers didn't do like totally just, you know, unredeemable, but I think they could have got more kills. But they did well. once I moved them to the other side of the battlefield. Coakley Nobles, they did good at tanking. You know, they were eating up a lot of the pike flak that we're taking. Eastern Spearmen, I did throw them away into the pike unit. Not their fault at all there. This is probably the axe unit that ate up those Spartan hoplites. Awesome. I mean, he was super upgraded. I think I just got lucky that the most upgraded, it could have been him, it could have been, you know, this other guy, but you know, they got the most upgraded axe unit that I had, and he was just eating them up. So a couple of these axe units did really well. Some of them didn't do so well. So I definitely brought less troops, got less kills. You know, I will say Egypt definitely tanked, you know, most of this battle for me. I really appreciate it. Awesome teammate. Sparta, on the other hand, 280 kills on the pikes. They were using those pikes very well to keep me at bay. Their Spartan hoplites did good as well, and some of them got, you know, killed. You know, not too many kills on these up here, but we're their heroes of Sparta. So definitely the general, and then yeah, this one 131. So and then their archer units. So some of them got some kills, but other ones got hit by that cavalry charge by the Ptolemaic cavalry, right? So they got wiped out of that battle. Also not their fault. But anyways, awesome battle. I really hope that I captured it and I looked at enough. You know, in the moment playing that game, it was awesome. I like, seriously, you know, I'm flanking around. I'm like, it just has to be done. You know, I have to get this done. I'm gonna go help my ally. You know, like, it just feels hopeless, but you're like, this is the only move that I can make. And you use whatever resources are available to you. That's like one of the moments where it really feels like this is an awesome, amazing game. I am a true general conqueror, right? Of you know, for Rome or whatever you're playing, right? That's just, you know, one of those moments that really feel like that. And yeah, just awesome, amazing, great time. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave me a like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna try to get more videos out. I couldn't really find any more good battles this week. A lot of people kept leaving, or, you know, I got absolutely destroyed. Which I don't have a problem posting my losses, but I still want them to be like a good battle and not just a slaughter fest, right? It's not fun to watch. So anyways, that's all, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you next time.